Hello everybody and welcome back to Dark Souls. So in the last video I ran around in the swamp and died a whole heck of a lot. Largely to me being stupid. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. I did however get some green titanite from the leeches running around in the swamp, and we can use that green titanite to upgrade our weapons to be divine weapons. You'll remember that we got the divine ember from beating up the moonlight butterfly out in the forest. So after that last disaster down in the swamp, I actually ran all the way back up here to the undead parish. So this is the blacksmith. We're just going to go ahead and upgrade our mace that we've been using to become a divine mace. That seems like it's a good weapon. I like it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah. And then after that, we'll be able to head off to our next destination. I might also upgrade that morning star that we picked up earlier. It's been pretty handy. I mean, I used it a lot when I was fighting those drakes earlier. It might be worth making that into a divine weapon as well. I'm not sure. But for now, we're just going to stick with the mace, I guess. So if you look at it, on the left it does 136 attack, and over on the right it drops down to only 91 attack, but 112 divine. So that means a significant chunk of the damage done by this mace will be magic-based. It'll be divine instead of being physical-based. So that'll help us a lot, I think. I think it'll let us do a lot more damage to armored enemies and things like that. So now that we've ascended it to a level 1 divine weapon. Where are we at? There we go. So now that it's a divine mace, we can actually upgrade it again until we get to +5. And I should have enough shards for that. Yeah, so we're going all the way up to divine mace +5. Unfortunately, we will require another one of those magic embers in order to actually upgrade it past Divine Mace +5. So, in total in this game you can put 15 levels. You can upgrade a weapon 15 times. So we've done 5 normal, 5 divine, and then we can do a second set of 5 divine, or we can do a set of 5 occult, which is very similar to divine. It has slightly different scaling and slightly different properties, but generally, you know, there's all these different upgrade paths that you can go down. So here we are. We have a +5 divine mace now. So we should be able to do a noticeable amount of damage to creatures. It should be a pretty significant increase. I'm going to head down this way. We've never actually gone and explored down here. I don't believe there's much we can do yet. There is an NPC that we can talk to. I'm going to talk to this guy just because he's a load of fun. I really enjoy his company. He's one of my favorite NPCs in the game. He is the fat man. And he grunts a lot.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Like everyone in this game, he's a little bit wacky,
Still
but
closed. Still closed.
yeah, he's a lot a bit wacky. I really enjoy him though. I think he's a lot of fun. We'll run into his pardon me. We will run into him a bit more later. All right, so for now, with our divine mace, let's see. Actually, oh, that's always a little bit creepy when you can see other players like that. You can see other players pretty strongly when they're resting at a bonfire. It's an interesting little effect. Better than the little blue phantoms you see elsewhere, but still a little creepy. All right, so I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to attune some magic. So I did, as I was running back out of Blighttown, I stopped by Petrus, who sells miracles in Firelink Shrine, and I bought a second heal spell. So Force is kind of useless, I think. At least it's tough to use well, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to equip 2 heals instead, so I can actually heal myself 10 times now. That seems like a really good idea, especially considering how quickly we were burning through the heal spells in the swamp. You know what? I changed my mind. Before we take off, I'm going to buy a few Titanite shards and upgrade some of my armor. I did equip the hand armor, the arm guards, for the Pyromancer set that we picked up in the swamp.
Well,
It's one of my favorite armors in the game, or one of my favorite pieces of armor. For hands, it's very, very light, and it provides a lot of defense for how light it is. So it's a pretty good defense to weight ratio. I really enjoy it. So we're going to stick with this, at least for now. It also has some pretty awesome... Let's see, 4,000 souls should be good. We'll just spend all our souls on that. Oops, reinforce armor. So, I gotta find it down here. There we go.
don't get yourself not.
And of course, don't have enough souls to upgrade it any more than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of these souls that we have acquired earlier in the game. I'm going to use 2 large souls of a nameless soldier. I'm only going to use one of those for now. That gave us 1,000 souls. Let's see if that's enough to upgrade this guy. Now, unlike weapons, armor does not get to be ascended, so it just changes what items you need to upgrade it. So you'll see these guys you need Titanite shards to upgrade, whereas to go from +3 to +4 on our arm guards, we actually need large Titanite shards. Luckily, we obtained some of those from the leeches we were fighting earlier. So I'm just going to upgrade this as far as it goes. Alright, so Titanite chunk is what we will need next, and we don't have any of those. Those are quite difficult to come by, so I think we're going to be stuck at +6 on this piece of armor for quite a while. Nothing else is really worth upgrading. This isn't the final set of armor that I plan on using. We could sink some resources into it to upgrade it now. I'm just going to hold off. I think we're doing fine. I think the upgraded arm guards will give us just a little bit of a boost. Hopefully those will help us out. The increased poison resistance will be tremendous when we go back down into the swamp. However, I think we're actually going to take a slight detour before going back into the swamp. And by slight, I mean we're going to go to a different dungeon altogether. Awesome. So you may remember these guys were taking 2 hits to kill earlier. And they're now going down in... Oh, swing and a miss. They're now going down in 1 hit apiece. Well, when I don't hit their shields. Alright. Let's see. There are a couple of different options we have here for different places we can go to. I think for now... Yeah, I think for now we're going to go explore the graveyard out behind Firelink Shrine. So, if you watched any of my earlier videos, probably, the 2nd video in this series, I believe? I ended up out in the graveyard getting just massacred by a couple of skeletons. So we're gonna go pay a little visit to those skeletons. See if our Divine Mace helps us handle them any better. Yep, these guys. Yeah, Ah, that's much better. Oh, yep, and these guys do bleed damage too. Awesome. Alright, so now we can explore the graveyard without having to worry too much about those skeletons. There are some items running around here, laying around here. There's also a bunch of skeletons that we're going to run into. I really like that effect when you stagger the skeletons and they partially fall apart. I think that's really cool. Alright. Let's see, I forget where all the items are in here. Oh, that's a big skeleton. Awesome. Alright, so I took him out with one hit, given it was a two-handed jump attack, so that's the strongest hit I could dish out, but still, I was expecting that to be a lot more troublesome. Oh, boy. Still don't want to get cocky. These guys can very easily kill me. They're very nimble, and they get off lots of quick attacks, so if you let your guard down, they can very, very easily wipe you out. But that's okay. Most things in this game can wipe you out if you let your guard down. Oh, man. 3 little guys and a big guy. Alright. Awesome. That went surprisingly well. By which I mean I didn't die. Zweihander, very, very powerful weapon. Considered by a lot of people to be one of the best weapons in the game. It's an enormous, enormous sword. Requires a fair bit of strength to use. Definitely not something that I'm going to be using anytime soon. Binoculars! I'll let you guess what those do. It'll be a mystery forever. Alright. That, we can come down this little path here. And yes, we have another dungeon over here. Welcome to the catacombs. So, normally in the catacombs, you cannot kill skeletons permanently. So there's a handful of enemies in here called necromancers. And the necromancers... Oh boy. Dang it. Those heads explode. They home in on you and explode and do a pretty ridiculous amount of damage. I'm actually surprised I didn't die right there. So there's necromancers in here, and the necromancers are kind of in charge of an area. They have kind of an aura. And any skeletons that you kill in an area where the necromancer's still alive, the skeletons will revive themselves after a couple seconds. So you can't permanently kill them unless you hit them with a divine weapon. Which, oh man, that guy surprised me. So it just so happens that I do have a divine weapon, therefore I can kill these skeletons. Which is awesome, and makes this a very good place to explore early. There's a really, really fantastic item you get for defeating the boss in here. Now I still need to be very careful. This place is still incredibly dangerous, very dark, lots of traps, kind of a nasty place to try to navigate. Also, skeletons can be backstabbed, so that's another good way to take care of them. Oof. That made me jump. Yeah, so we're still going to have to kill any any of the necromancers that we run across. But it's not required that we kill them first in order to permanently kill the skeletons, which is really handy. Also, here's our first look at a necromancer. They do a nasty little fire attack that can throw fireballs at you. They can also occasionally drop the lantern that guy had to do his little fire attack. I would not mind getting one of those. That'd be a pretty nice item. Alright. The catacombs here can be a little bit of a maze. There's a lot of hidden areas that you can drop through. There's a lot of traps. Huh. Oh, I rested at the fire. That's why these guys are back. I was really confused. A lot of hidden areas, a lot of switches and levers that you need to deal with. It can be quite confusing if you don't know what you're doing. Also, if you want to speed run this area... Oh, there's a necromancer over there. This place is often one of the first places visited by people who try to speed run the game, because you can get a really fantastic item. The boss at the bottom is generally considered to be one of the easier bosses in the game, in the sense that he has really low health, so you can kill him pretty quickly. Really glad that necromancer there can't hit me. Also, we get a little shield from the skeletons. I'm not going to use it. Yeah, so, oh, holy moly. Let's get back over here to safety. Yeah, so this place is pretty fantastic for speedrunning because the boss is at the bottom. And if you look over there, you can see there's like a little sideways bridge thing. If you know what you're doing and you know where you're landing, you can actually make it to the bottom by jumping down these cliffs without dying, or without killing yourself completely. So, I'm not going to do that. Just not, I mean, like right there, you can make a jump over to that ledge if you know what you're doing. Not worth the risk for me. I have a divine weapon, so I'm not worried about the skeletons. Other than that one behind me with the bow and arrow. Oh, and the necromancer. Well. Good thing I have this heal spell. Generally, I am not worried about this area. It's not that bad if you just take it slow. Oof. Glad I got my shield up in time for that. Alright, now that necromancer, as you may have noticed, is running away from us. He's trying to bait us through all these skeletons, kind of lure us into a trap. So if you just headlong rush him... Let's see, is there anything back here? No. So if you just sprint after him, try to chase him down, you are very quickly going to end up overwhelmed. That's okay. I'm not terribly worried about that necromancer, as I've said. Picked up another weapon there. Pretty happy with this mace. Yeah, just a single-handed power attack. You can drop these skeletons in one hit. That's pretty fantastic. Oh. Guy really just doesn't want to fight. Alright. So there's an archer, a skeleton swordsman, and then the necromancer. And I think the necromancer is kind of done running from us at this point. Looks like a decent area to make a last stand, if you ask me. And I think that skeleton on the left is kind of spazzing out a little bit. There we go. I want to lure this skeleton over here so I can kill him before fighting the other two. Oh, come on. There we go. Huh, and that archer appears to have run away. Yeah, he's down below. Oh. Ah, I thought he was dead. Dang it. Gotta pay more attention. Awesome. He did give us a humanity, though. I consider that a fair trade. I'm gonna kick this guy over the edge. Goodbye. Let's see. What else was here? Is there anything else that we want to explore? I don't think there's anything else worth exploring in here. What was that? Ooh, bloodstain. How did you die? Went around the corner, fell off the edge, I guess? Ah, more of the exploding head things. I really don't like those guys. Oh, and a trap. Fantastic. Of course I'm not walking around with my shield up. Yeah, so these heads that explode, you can't do any damage to them. There's no way to hurt them or to detonate them early. You just have to let them get close and then let them blow up. Try not to get caught in the blast. Come here, buddy. Come on. Awesome. Alright. Don't have to worry about those guys anymore. Gonna stay away from these statues. I don't really trust them. Took a hit there that I shouldn't have taken. Oh well. Alright, let's see what we got over here. There's a person over there. I think if we flip this... Yeah, it spun that spiky bridge thing over there, so now we can walk across. So let's head over and talk to that NPC that we saw. Ask him why he's hanging out in a... Oh, that's more fire. I'm gonna heal before I go deal with that necromancer. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. 2 skeletons and a necromancer. Although it looks like the necromancer's not gonna attack us. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that was weird. Alright, 2 hits. This time I remembered. So... Let's see. We can go over there to the right, or we can go this way. More skeletons. I heard something moving. There's probably a skeleton below us. Oh, and of course that was trapped. That was silly of me. Alright. Let's see what we've got down here. Oh, more skeletons and a necromancer. What a surprise. Although that skeleton, I think, just fell to his death. I am okay with that. I should probably switch to a shield that blocks more fire damage. Oh, oops. Didn't equip my weapon again. That way I could block more damage from those pyromancer's attacks. I wouldn't have to be healing myself as often. I do have 10 healing spells, though, so I'm honestly okay with how things are going so far. I believe there's one more... Yeah, I believe there's one more bonfire that we can get to in this area. So that'll replenish all our healing spells. Oh boy, that was close. Alright, and that's another one of the necromancers down. Get another switch here. There's an item up on that ledge there. We can't actually get to it, so we have to find another way to get around to that. Awesome, and that switch did something. Let's see. Alright, so there's a message there, so you can actually hop down from ledge to ledge here and get all the way to the bottom, near where the boss is. I am not going to take this approach, at least not yet. We'll probably come back and hunt for some more items in this area at some point. For now, I'm okay, just kind of cautiously working my way down. Alright, so that is a deceptively dangerous ledge. Again, shortcut, you could hop down to the right there. Work our way down. I'm just going to continue the traditional way through this dungeon. Okay, so there's a fog wall over there. We can walk across this bridge. I heard something rotate. Something happened. Oh. Yeah, there's an illusionary wall there. Ah, this guy. So apparently he pulled the lever and moved that thing?
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
I actually am a cleric, however... I don't know if I trust this guy, so we're gonna say no.
Well, that's strange. Oh, I know what it is. You've come for the trinkets, haven't you? Well,
Ooh, trinkets.
whatever it is, this place is treacherous. Do you watch your step?
I do like trinkets.
No? Well, this...
Oh, nothing new. That's a shame. Alright, so let's come back down here. We're going to check out this, I know that that's a trap, but we're going to check out the secret passage that I opened. Aha. Bonfire. Fantastic. We've amassed quite a few souls, so I'm actually going to raise some of my stats here. I can level up endurance 2 more times. That seems like a really good idea. So we'll do that. Alright, let's continue on just a little bit further before I end this video. Oh, that scared me. Alright, another player. Alright, so, across this bridge that creepy NPC so graciously rotated for us. Although I just heard an ominous sound. Son of a gun. Well, I think we just got betrayed by that guy. I think he just tricked us. Well, only way to go now is forward. And I think we're going to do that next time. Thank you for joining me. I will see you later when we do more Dark Souls.